All right, ready? All right, we still got to be positive and try to be as positive as we can. Coming off a dismal performance last week, it wasn't very good, wasn't very pretty. We didn't do a lot right. They did most of it right, and they brought it to us and more physical and played faster. But the thing we've got to do is it is what it is. We've got to play with what we got. We've got to not make any changes other than just a game plan. It's just we're not getting the job done. So, we're in for this for the haul all year long. We know it's going to be hard every week. We've got to play better. Our strengths have got to be better. Our weaknesses have got to be better. We got to tackle better. We got to get off blocks, which we hadn't done all year long. We've got to do some different things to help us in run defense and pass defense. Offensively, we got to just be more consistent. We're hit and miss. We all look at defensively and say, man, we're just terrible on defense. What are we going to do? And we forget about the offense. We hadn't done much either, other than big plays. Special teams has got to add on. So it's a whole ball of wax. It's just not one or two things. And now we got to get ready for one of the better teams we'll play all year long. So we can't worry about them. We got to worry about ourselves. And all of our guys are positive. Usually things start unraveling and people do things that are crazy when a lot of negative happens out on the football field. We've got some good leaders here, and we've got some guys that are stepping up and speaking up, which they have to. It can't be coaches; it's got to be players within the locker room, and it's just a tough time. We're not very good, so I think first you got to understand that you can't trick yourself in blaming one or the other. You've got to understand that there's a lot of work to be done on both sides of the ball, special teams, and we've got to play a team game. We can't play an individual game. So that being said, getting ready for Miami, very quick, very fast, very athletic, hadn't changed over the years. They have had 3 losses. This will be their 7th straight game. They're working on the second half of the season, and we just pretty much got started. They played a conference game last week and had a loss against Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech had the ball 41 minutes. Miami had it 19 minutes. Kind of sounds familiar. We understand how that goes. If you can't get the other team off the field, it's hard for your offense to score points. So, again, we'll put in a good game plan. We're going to rally around, adversity, which you have to do. There'll be some new guys that will have to play because of injuries. I was hoping to redshirt. That's not going to make a lot of difference in terms of making plays because those guys are going to make more mistakes than we would have ever made had we had experienced guys out there. But that's part of it. You got to go and you got to try to get better, and you've got to try to play as a group and not just offense, defense, or special teams. Questions? Yeah, well, I knew we were going to struggle in some areas. The problem goes back to last year. We didn't play very well in the first part of the year because our running game wasn't very strong. And then, fortunately, we spread it out. We started making plays. But the teams that we played this year are better than the ones we played last year. Memphis, much better. I mean, we went down and played against Memphis, didn't play a great game, won the game. They're much better. And we've got to improve. But I saw defensively we lost both tackles from last year. We're not very strong up the middle. We don't create the ball to go outside to where we can get 2 or 3 guys on the tackle. But we are getting a little bit better in there. We're working at it, and we're getting a little bit more penetration. But, we just kept our fingers crossed that we were going to play a little bit better defensively and have a little bit better running game, but the running game has not been there. It's just been mostly passing game, and it's just hard to be consistent offensively if you got to throw the ball every down. Well, we've tried. That most games we've actually ran the ball more than we've thrown it. We tend to get ourselves in long yardage situations. We don't break the line of scrimmage very often. We hadn't blocked very well. Our center has been out most of the year. Since Toledo game, we're playing a guy that should be a guard at center, And so we have had no consistency from inside out with our offensive line. And then we lost Keebler, our right tackle, for the year. We lost our left guard in the Ohio State game. And when you don't have consistency with same guys out there, it just hurts, for blocking and protection. And so we're not going to make excuses. Oh, hey, it is what it is. Everybody has guys hurt. Unfortunately, the last 2 years we've lost 8 offensive linemen for the year. And you just can't have consistency. Hopefully, now that we can keep guys healthy, we get Bond coming back. He's about 80%, but we've got to play him. We've got to play him, got to go with it. We've got to play with a young guy at right tackle that hadn't played much, but he's playing pretty good. Slomer's back at left guard. That gives us a little bit of experience. But, again, production in the running game has got to be there for us to have a better passing game.
Coach, you mentioned Sunday that Coach Hughes will remain calling plays on defense. But from your vantage point, watching film and evaluating the team, how much do you think coaches absorb the responsibility of playing defense?
Well, we all take responsibility. I'm on the phones listening, giving suggestions, and we ran every front, every coverage known to man. We probably twice what we ran last year. We're just trying to find some combination to get a team off the field. We can't do it. We can't tackle them. And, things just sometimes when you over-coach, which we might have done the last couple of weeks, just trying to find that answer, then it puts you in more of a tailspin. Instead of just going out there and believing what you're doing and hope guys get better at one or two things, sometimes you try to force the issue and it goes the other way on you. We did it some last year in some games. We tried to do a few more things probably than we should have. We didn't get any better at the fundamentals. And, we can't be a fundamental team. We're a little bit light up front. So, we have slanted. We have played 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-man fronts. We've played man. We've played zone. We've played different personnel. It just is what it is. We've got to just work to get better. Again, continue to work on basic stuff and technique to where you can play better. But we're not good enough to do that. So we've got to mix in some things. And each week we've been changing it. And each week we'll blow a coverage like we did against Memphis. And that's what you get into. When you play unfamiliar things. And I'm not going to say panic, but you're just trying your best to give an offense another possession. Those mistakes crop up that give big plays, and we've done that in the last, all 4 games.
You mentioned with some of the injuries. Do you have any updates on Gunner, Leviticus, and Jose?
Yeah, Leviticus is still out. Jose is out for at least a month. Gunner, I don't see him playing. He's not much better than he was. Now, since it's not any break or anything like that, you just never know how he's going to come around. It's just he's stiff, sore, and he's not going to be able to do anything. So we're going to go on with Munchie and Jared Evans and put our plan together with those two. And if Gunner plays, it would be a limited role anyway. So we've got to put our game plan around the 2 guys that we know are going to be healthy and go with that. But that's just unfortunate, that we're in this situation.
Do you think he'll be able to practice at all, or is that?
No, he's not. Well, today he's definitely out of practice. Now, he's been staying in the training room. Again, there's no breaks, and so we're not. But I'm not going to put him out there if he's not close to 100%. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to put him in harm's way. There's no reason to do that. We've got other guys, when they're healthy, they're going to be better than him. So, especially when they practice and they know the game plan. So, my deal is tomorrow. You got to get part of Wednesday and all of Thursday in, and it looks pretty slim right now.
Does Munchie start if Gunner doesn't play?
I don't know. I don't know which one to start. Munchie had his struggles last week. Jared, obviously, he can throw, he can run. We'll pretty much run the same offense. It's just it might be by committee, just finding something that would work. And last week I wanted to put Munchie in. He hadn't played since, Toledo. I wanted to put him in there in a situation where he had to play hard, and he did some good things. He did some things that he'd like to have back. He got out of the pocket too quick. You can't do that. for what we do and with our receivers, you got to hang around and give that receiver one more step or two to get open instead of cutting it down to half the field that the receivers are in and giving the defense an advantage. But he did some good things. So I don't know who will start at this point. We'll have to see which one practices better during the week. It looks like we're going to have a lot of rain the next couple of days. Hopefully we can get outside. We need to be able to do that. If not, we'll go inside, and our bubble's not up yet, so we'll go in the rec center or just basically do walkthroughs. And that's not really conducive to working with two new quarterbacks, but it is what it is.
You won your first two games and you played well offensively. It seems like did the Memphis game really bring home to you how serious your problems were? Did you know that before that, or did that really?
No, of course, you got to go back and look now. Third quarter was an eye-opening experience for all of us on defense because we couldn't stop them. We didn't stop Miami how much at all. I can't remember if we might have made Ohio State punt once, and so it wasn't one of those experiences where something's different. It's all been the same. It's just been different areas that have been breaking down. So we don't want to get to a point where, and I've told our coaches, let's just don't go in and change things up. Let's keep working on our base stuff. Now we can change some game plan things up, but usually those things are just hit and miss, and you can't live and die off of them. You gotta understand your fronts, your coverages that you've been working on for 6 or 7 months, and hope the guys keep getting better at those, because you're not going to get better at changing a whole lot. But we have, I don't know, we've probably been on the field on defense. We've played 4 games, but more like 7 games defensively because we've been out there, I'd say, around 90 plays a game, and that's like playing 7 games already, and we've only played 4. So got a lot of guys running out of gas on defense.
What are you going to do running back wise as far as the depth?
Yeah, Rod.
Yeah,
We're going. Michael Boone will have to play. EJ Jr. is going to have to play. 2 guys were based on the scout team 2 weeks ago. Rod Moore is our heir apparent with Jose and Tion out now. Tion's out for the year, so we've got to find somebody that can help with the load, and we've got to find a running game, because running game's the only thing that really helps your defense. You got to be able to run it to keep them off the field. Now we can throw it all we want, but if you go 3 and out, or you go make 2 first downs and then have to punt, with throwing the football, you've only run minute and a half off the clock. And so we would hope to have a better running game, but it's not there. We've got somehow, if we're going to win any games in the next 8 games, we have got to find some kind of semblance of a running game to help our defense, because we know we have problems there. You hate to do that, and say this, and we know this, that our passing game is our strength, but you can't live off that every game. You just can't do it.
How do you keep these guys from getting a little discouraged right now? It sounds like you are.
All of us. We're all, and it's we're young in the season. We got some young guys that's going to be with us several years. And like I said, if we get away from technique and fundamentals now, those guys won't get better all the way through the year. And so there's no panic. We're in, like I said earlier, we're in for this, and we knew last year we had problems. Fortunately, last year the schedule was a lot easier. If you look at the teams that we're playing now, most of them have gotten much better since last year, and such as Memphis. And so then we're playing. We got Ohio State, and then we have to play Miami, Florida. So it's an experience that our guys will learn from, and hopefully we get better. But you get better in practice. And as coaches, I've been here before. I've seen this. Coach teams, you can't get away from your fundamentals. You got to stay with it. And things that guys are going to learn right now, they're going to take with them 2 or 3 years down the road and still going to be here, so you're going to be better. So that's what we'll do. We'll continue to work on the running game. We'll continue to try to stop the run, not give up the big play on defense, and then hopefully that will help our passing game a lot better as we get down into the middle of our season.